Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Modim Rabim Lefaneka Yah Elohenu. We Elohe Abotenu. Elohe Abraham. Elohe Yitzchak. We Elohe Yaakov. Toda Rabbah Lapa'am Haze. Toda Rabbah Lako Dabar Hatob. Asher Atahi Atalanu. Toda Rabbah Lako Hatub. Asher Atana Tatalanu. Babakusha Ya Elohe Yaakov. Tiena Itano. Wa'alna Tishka Kulanu. Tish Korana Et Bene Israel. Wa'alna Tishe Otanu. Anatnu. Zarikim O Kali Hiyot Bachayenu. Kiata Hayita. Kiata Howe. Kiata Tiye. Melek Lachayenu. Torabah. Ya El Gibor. Lapa'am Haze. Torabah. Lamakom Haze. Teberekna Et Ko Harashim Po. Wagam Kain Tiyena Im Ko Ha Nisikot Po. Wagam Kain Na Ya El Gibor. Tiyena Im Ko Ha Talmidim. I show him Yishmeru Et Akita Hazot. Wagam Kain Tinahil Na Et Libotam. Lelamed. Wagam Kain Lelumad Et Ha Safa Hazot. Na Yahowa Eloheinu. Teberekna Et Zekaron Et Morai. Na Ya El Gibor. Tish Korna Et Kol Machanot Bene Israel. Wagam Kain Poshehna Et Mitika Lihiyot Bakwarbam. Na Ya El Meleka Olam. Tiyenaim Aki Nezekia, Witabarekna Et Maasayu, Wagam Kain Tiyenaim Abi with Imo, Na Yahowa Eloheinu, Tiyenaim Achoti, Wagam Kain Alna Tishe Ota, Tilamed Ota, Wagam Kain Tinahel Ota, Wana Ya El Meleka Olam, Tinahel Wagam Kain Tamshik, Lebarik, Tamshik Lahoshia, Tamshik Lihiyot Im Bene Israel. Ki anatnu zor kim okali hiyot bekayenu. Tiena im bene Israel bashabua ashil yibre. Wagam kaina ya el meleka olam. Tikwabel na etefilotenu. Kasha anaknu shornu. Wakasha anaknu amarnu. Et hashir haze halel ya. Kwadosh ya. Tikwabel na tefilotenu. Kiata el hadome. Asher hitpalel el Moshe, ki ataha el hadome, asher hitpalel el David, na Yahowa Eloheinu, tiena im bene Israel hayod imoka, wa tiena im bene Israel asher him beberut aladot emateka, na Yahowa Eloheinu, kwabel na eko Ma'asenu, Hapesak Asher Naase, Wagam Ken Ko Hashaptot, Asher Anaknu Nishbot, Na Meleka Olam, Tiena Im Ko Moring Ba'am Ka Yisrael, Wagam King Tore Otam, Kiata El Ekad, we ain't Shawelaka, but Shemai Mobaaret, but Kim Latka. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Giving honor and praise unto Yah. One of the things to point out is that Hebrew is easy. All right, so we want to emphasize on the aspect of Hebrew being easy. Hebrew goes by pattern. All right, Hebrew is not difficult, but it is different. Different and difficult is two different things. We want to apologize to the followers. When I say followers, I mean those who watch the video. Not saying you're following me. I'm not the leader of you. All right, but just want to sit there and state that for edification purposes. We're going to go over, it's not a long lesson, but want to go over a lesson. Want to apologize, as stated, for our tardiness and slackness in even delivering another Hebrew class. We want to keep this up. Don't want to fall back. There's people requesting these things, so we want to sit there and deliver it to the people. All right, this is Hebrew lesson 36, right? So, giving honor and praise to Yah, creator, maker of heaven and earth. We have it to where this is now the Gregorian calendar called March. March 7th, 2016 was when we had our first Hebrew class. This is now March 25th. So we've been doing this, give or take, the month that we missed, about a year, all right? So just want to sit there and get into that. If it's a holy day, Yom Kippur falls on that day, or Pesach, there's no Hebrew class. For those who've been following Shema Yisrael in the Shabbat services, when I teach, I attempt to pump in as much Hebrew as possible. All right? If there's any questions, I've been contacted 908-587-4841. 908-587-4841. All right, concerning this kind of thing right here. Now, we're going to start off with this particular aspect right here. The word etzel. All right? The word etzel means next to. All right. So sometimes you may hear me say in prayer, Ein etz laka. All right. Koto? Seem good? All right. So sometimes you may, as stated, hear me say Ein etz laka. That means there is none near you. There is none next to you, actually. All right. Really more so means N-E-X-T. All right. So you want to write that in? Next to etzel. All right. The zere here and say goal under the Zadeh. All right. So now when you're showing this as far as it goes with next to me, next to him, next to her, this is what we want to go over. Are there any questions so far? All right. 1 second. Now the word etzli said as this. All right. You have it to where the Zadeh, instead of it taking the segol, it takes a shawah. And as we remember, the shawah joins itself with whatever preceded it. So etz stands alone, then you continue with the rest of the word. Etzli, all right, which means what? Next to me. That's what etzli means, all right? So that means next to me, either masculine or feminine. Then we have this word here. Etzlaka. All right, so you have the aleph with the segol, and the shawah goes under the zadeh and the lamed in this case. And this means next to you. Like I stated, I say this periodically in prayers. Now, this is when next to you when speaking to a male. All right. Now, we know the Most High is not a male, but this is the form in which we use if we're speaking in that particular regard. All right. Next, we have etzlek. All right. Masculine, feminine. Etzlek means next to you. This arrow just signifying that it's the same translation. One masculine, one feminine. So if I was saying this to a mother or sister, I would say Etzlek hadabar. Next to you is the thing. Etzlek hakise. Next to you is the chair. All right. So I just wanted to point that out. Then we have, if it can be seen well, let me know, Aki. All right, is etz low. All right, and that means next to him or next to it if the it is a masculine thing. All right, so etz low in that particular aspect. Etz lo hakise, next to him is the chair. All right, so just wanted to point that out. Then we have etz la, signifying that right there. That means next to her. All right, next to her. So if I'm speaking of the earth, as we did earlier in the Shabbat teaching today, right? I would say haaretz, etzla hashamayim. All right, the earth next to her is the heavens. You know, just using that as an example. All right, etzla. Then we have etzlanu. All right, that means next. Oh, let me connect this. All right, etzlanu means next to us. All right, so I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. All right, any questions so far? Feel free to comment in relation to Hebrew. Okay. Okay, just want to make sure. All right, so Continuing on. Un momento. Torah. I'll continue. Bring me the weight. Torah. All right, we're going to continue on. All right, you have etzlachem. Now we get into the pluralization aspect. Etzlachem. Etzlaken. Etzlam. And etzlan. So what are we dealing with? All right. Etzlakim means next to you, masculine plural you. Etzlaken with the noon sofit at the end. Next to you, feminine plural. All right. When you speak it to more than one female. Etzlam, next to them. Etzlam hakise, next to them is the chair. All right. So you may say etzli ha. 8, next to me is the pen. Etzli hashulkan, next to me is the table. All right. Etzlakem haluak, next to you, masculine plural, is the board. All right. Etzlam, next to them, and etzland with the noon sofit sound, end sound at the end, is next to them when speaking about females. All right. Or so forth. So I just want to emphasize that in that particular regard. All right. Are there any questions? All right. So next thing we're going to go over is im. All right, which means with. Imi, in this case, meaning with me. All right. Imka, which means with you. Imek, which means with you when you're speaking to a female. All right. Emo, not meaning his mother, but rather meaning with him when you're speaking about a male. Koto? Right. It does. Emo means his mother when it's spelled with an olive. When you spell emo with an iron, it means with him. All right. Okay. You have Ima, emphasize with the hey in there, which means with her. I'm familiar with this one a little bit more. Imanu, where they get like Emmanuel. Well, Imanu means with us. All right. Ima Kem, may be able to see the pattern by now, right? Ima Ken, Ima Hen, and we have Ima Hen. This is just a line right here. All right. Now, let me emphasize on something. E means with. Now, there's that with, and then there's the word ba, meaning also with. But those are two different kind of aspects. When you're saying it with im, you're saying it with the name of a person, all right, as opposed to like a thing, all right? So I just want to emphasize that, all right? Bezalel, im akisamak, Bezalel and akisamak, or with, in that particular case. Now, if you're saying something that has the meaning for the word against, but it's not really like in so much drama, that kind of thing, or with, or in or with is the word ba. All right. Now, when you're saying with this particular form, as in the word im, this is talking about as stated when you're using it in front of like a person. All right. Im imi, with my mother. Im bt, with my daughter. All right. So that could be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions about this so far? All right. So I just want that to be noted. So we're going to move on. Now, in getting into this lesson, referred to as the Lamed Hey Hifil verbs. This is something we want to start to deal with. Now, for those who've been following, all right, and already have, as stated, this book, sorry about the cover, 201 Hebrew verbs. Go to page, all right, look at my notes. We're going to go to page 326. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Now, we remember, right, that Lamed Hey verbs are verbs that end with the letter Hey. So the structure of it, when you conjugate it, past, present, or future, changes. All right, so we got 326. All right. We have the word ra'ah. Now, it means on that page to see or to perceive. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. We have on page 327 the word meaning to show. Now, what am I emphasizing on? If we remember, right, that the hifil generally, okay, is the causative of the qual. So if I'm dealing with the qual with the word ra'ah, okay, on page 326 in the 201 verb book, if I'm dealing with the word ra'ah, that means to see. Now, if I'm dealing with the word har'eh in the hifil form, all right, that means what? To show. Because if I'm showing you something, I'm causing you to see it. The hifil stem is generally the causative of the qual. Are there any questions before we continue and conclude? All right, so let's go on. Want to clear the board first? Sold out for the time. Brothers, sisters, elders included. Maybe a little time consuming, but I appreciate y'all patience. I appreciate y'all patience. If you just joining on, don't get no offense intended in your feelings. Well, I'm just joining on. It might seem difficult. Don't put that stumbling block before yourself, brothers and sisters. You understand? Don't do that. They were speaking earlier about a young sister in this camp. Said it on the internet, so I feel comfortable repeating it. That the young sister will be taking college courses, all right, while in high school. This is the kind of things that happen when you don't say there's a lion in the streets, like Proverbs 26 talks about. You understand? Proverbs chapter 10, all right, says the hand of the diligent makes rich. So you got to put yourself into doing something in order to make stuff happen. All right, so we can gain an understanding with that. We're going to go and continue on. All right. We have, here's the marker. The Hifil-Lamed Hey, and then we'll close out. Hifil-Lamed Hey. All right. And we have in the past tense. All right. Past tense has stated. You have here the AT, here eta, here eight, here ah. What are we dealing with in translation is this. All right. Here the AT I showed. Sometimes in prayer I say Toda Rabba Lakot Debarim Ashel Atahir Alta Otanu, which means thank you very much for all the things you have shown us. Wakol Hatub Asha Atana Tatalanu, and all the goodness that you have given us. All right. So here eta means you have shown. All right. So I just want to point that out. So as we were emphasizing before, the Hifil being a causative, okay, of the qual, you have it to where the hey takes the prefix, all right, when you conjugate it in the past tense. All right. Then we have my fault. Here eight, which means you shown when you're speaking to a female. Then you have here ah, which means he's shown. All right. Here ah otka hamar e. He showed you the movie. All right. We're supposed to go over this last week due to technical difficulties and and other events. We didn't get into this, but we're going to continue on in these Hebrew classes. All right. So let's continue on. Then you have, all right. I thought something was wrong with that. All right. She's shown. Her ata. Now, her a means he's shown. But if we remember, like lesson 5, okay, when you're showing something in the feminine aspect that automatically ends with the hey becomes a tau. All right. So I just want to point that out for edification purposes. Any questions so far? Okay. Let's continue on. Torah Achi. Anybody notice I'm going slower than I used to? I've gotten, I wouldn't say complaints, but constructive criticism about going fast. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right. We have, wanted to confirm something, I go there sometimes, is here inu. Now let me break this down for those who are very new, how this worked with this particular aspect. Hey makes what sound? H. The S segel makes the S sound. So he. Reish with the shawa, you join it together. Here. Then you continue on. The kirik in the yod, or kirik even by itself, makes the E sound. Here E. And this is noon with the shawa, pardon me, the noon with the U sound. All right? Shuruk as it's called. Here inu, which means we show. Here inucha. Hadabar, we showed you the thing when you speak it to a male. All right. If it was a female, you would say here inuk. All right. So I just wanted to point that out. Then we have here item. Okay, here item and here a 10. All right. Now, what does this mean? Can I be heard good and clear? All right. I showed, you showed when speaking about or to a male, you showed when speaking to a female, he showed, she showed, we showed, you masculine plural showed, you feminine plural showed. Here a 10, here a 10. All right. So the aspect in the past tense, you show it by its suffixes. Okay. So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. All right. Then we have our buddy here. I like this form right here. This is just a line. Here, they showed. Now, this is masculine and feminine, so you got to use your pronouns. We went over the pronouns. If you look at the Hebrew list in this channel, it says pronouns for knowledge. Also on my personal Kashub Danite YouTube page. Here, which means what? They showed. Him, here, and hein, here, all right? So we can gain knowledge purposes. Any questions? All right. How many participants do we have? All right. So we're going to continue on. Thank you. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, can we be heard clearly? Hello, hello. Now, this mic that you took, you turned it off, you turned on. So we're going to move on, Toda Aki. All right. We have the present tense of this. Lamed, hey, he feel present tense. All right, what are we looking at? It says present tense aspect right here. Mar-e, mar-a, mar-im, mar-ot. Now, this mar-e is the masculine singular or the ms. Feminine singular, all right? This is fs. Then we have masculine plural, all right, and feminine plural. So what are we dealing with? You have ani mar-e, ata mar-e, hu mar-e. Ani mar-a, he mar-a, at mar-a. Anaknu atem and haim mar-im. Anaknu aten and hain mar-ot. All right, so masculine singular, feminine singular. Masculine plural, feminine plural. So I just wanted to emphasize in that regard. The root of this is still ra'ah, but if you may notice, the hey drops out in the pluralization in the Hifil-Lamed hey in this regard. So you have the yod there and then the waw there. All right. So we already went over the pronouns. If there's any questions on it, let me know. I have no problem in that regard to go over it. All right. Questions, comments? All right, cool. So we're going to continue on. Hifil-Lamed hey, 201 verb book, page 327. We're going over the future tense. All right. Pretty simple. All right, what are we looking at here for edification purposes? We have, I want to state this, is the future tense, all right? I'm going to put the vowels in a second. You have R-E, tar-E, tar-E, yar-E, tar-E, nar-E, tar-U, tar-E-na, yar-U, tar-E-na. So what are we dealing with? All right, you have R-E, I will show. Now, in the past tense, right, we found out that you deal with the suffixes to show it in that aspect. Now, in this case, you have it to where the things go inside of the prefix for the future tense. All right. So R-E, tar-E, tar-E, yar-E. Then we have yet again tar-E if one was following. Now, what am I saying? That this means I will show, you will show. You will show when speaking to a female. Show, not so. He will show. And she will show. So the second person masculine in the future tense, regardless of what stem it is, regardless of what form, iron, lamed, hey, so forth, the second person masculine is the same word in the future tense as the third person feminine. Then we have, all right, nar-e, which means we will show. And this noon is the prefix showing from anaknu, which means we. Then you have tar-u, all right, which means you all will show, or you will show masculine plural, all right? Tar-u hadabar, you all will show the thing, masculine plural. Then we have tar-ihna, all right? Showing the aspect of the resh and the aleph, which is still there. Ra'ah, in that case, the hay drops out when you conjugate it in the future tense in many cases. So you have the yod there. Remember, salamet hay verb, all right? That's another aspect, but I'm going to emphasize it is a lamed hay verb. So you have tar ehna, all right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Tar ehna, which means what? You all will show, or you will show feminine plural. Yar'u, which means they will show. All right? Yar'u, they will show. And tar'ena. Again. Okay, so what are we dealing with? Second person masculine in the future tense is the same as the third person feminine singular. When you're dealing with the second person feminine in the future tense, second person is the same word as the third person, all right? So if you were to put these with the pronouns, ani ar-e, ata tar-e, at tar-e, hu yar-e, he tar-e, anaknu nar-e, atem tar-u, aten tar-ena, heim yar-u, hein tar-ena. So I just want to emphasize and get into this particular aspect right here. Are there any questions about this so far? All right. So how's everybody doing out there? Tob? Oh, see, we gonna listen. There's no V in Hebrew. All right, let's understand that. It's Tob, Abib, not Aviv. But it's not a sin. Just want to emphasize it nonetheless. All right, so we're going to clear this off and conclude. All right. All right, so we're going to conclude out soon. And this is what we're referring to. Lamed Hey, Hifil verbs. We refer to this as the imperative. All right? And it's this. What are we dealing with? This word here, hara'e, is the imperative masculine singular. All right? What do I mean by imperative? Anyone? What do I mean by imperative? Anyone? The command form. All right? Referred to in many cases as zawu. All right? Hara'e, I'm telling a male to show something. Hara'e li hakesef, show me the money. You understand that kind of thing? Hara'e li kitatka, show me your class. You know, something like that. Hara'e, command form. Feminine singular. All right? Hara'e li she'uda betek, show me your homework. If you, let's say, so and took it to your daughter. All right, that's something I don't say to my daughter. I use this stem a lot when I talk to my daughter, though, but that's a whole nother thing. You have haru u, which is masculine plural. All right, haru u, ma'aserkem, show your works, that kind of thing. Then you have haru'ena, which means feminine plural aspect of show. So if you were to tell more than one female show, this is what you'll use. All right? Are there any questions so far? We're going to close out. It's about 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. My number, once again, 908-587-4841. Any questions or comments? Also, for those who are interested, have this book right here. All right? Deuteronomy 28:15-68. That's available on Amazon as well as PayPal, $20. This one right here, Egypt Talking Writing. Did the Torah come from the culture of Tameri? That's also available for $20. Was $16.50, but I added more info, so the price upped. All right, so I just wanted to get into that particular aspect right there. Okay, so let's close out. Who says the prayer? Who says the prayer? If you want.
Hallelujah.
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 First off, Torah Yah for blessing us with another Shabbat, blessing us with another beautiful Shabbat, oh great King, for letting us end this out, and even allowing us to continue into the Hebrew class, oh great King, for we all need it, oh great King. Thank you for allowing us to bring that motivation back to even come back with the classes and keep it going, oh great King. Keep us motivated, keep our spirits up to keep this going for our Torah class, Hebrew class, and our even Shabbat service, oh great King. Please let us all come home safely so we may come to Shabbat and praise you once again, oh great King. Let us all please wake up in the morning to praise your name, oh great King. Hallelujah.
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 Amen.
Amen.